Yeshua, when you go on stage, you bill yourself as the only gay in Iraq stand-up.
I
Okay,
looked it up. I am.
so
I know. If you okay, let's see. Let's see. Go.
how do
Go.
people react to that? Do they get scared or do they get horny?
Mm, I think those two things can be the same. Um, I think that's really it's funny that you asked that. Yeah, I get like a mixed reception. Honestly, this all started like because when I would say that on stage, I would see people like visibly change,
Mm,
like demeanor, and see me in a new way, and that always blew my mind. You know what I mean? Like just by saying one word that I grew up with, which just meant a background. Like
mm-hmm,
obviously, I grew up in America and stuff like that, but growing up in an Assyrian Iraqi community, it's like just my ethnicity. But when you say it to a group of people, they change. It's weird. So I honed in on that. And what people do is mostly they look perplexed and they want to know because the first thing I give them is like a dichotomy in their
mm-hmm.
mind. The Eastern values and the Western faggotry. You know what I mean? How can they live together?
In one person.
Yeah. And my whole thing is like, they're not separate. They're me. You know what I mean? They don't have to be separate because they're me. And I do that by saying I suck dick like this. You know what I mean? But underneath it all, it's very complex. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
comedy truth telling in its clearest form. Yeah, some people are weirded out by it. Some people are
Mm,
threatened. When I do shows like in the South in the U.S.,
mm,
uh, I found that like places where I expected people to be very conservative, frightened, hateful, when you're on stage, they'll laugh. But when you meet them in person, it's different. So my like very regular American white stand-ups that I would tour with, the people after the show would be like, "Oh man, you're so funny." You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
And then with me, they'd be like, "Yeah, good job." But the same faces in the crowd would be dying laughing.
Mm,
You know what I mean? And it's
mm-hmm.
because I realized, like, through my journey, I live in a parallel universe of entertainment. I should not be real to them. Because then they have to
True.
they have to,
Yep.
like, what is it? They have to confront their values.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I know exactly
Exactly.
what you're saying. Because
Yeah.
there's
What's
like
that in
people.
the background? Where'd you study?
Oh, me? Yeah,
Florida
psychology.
State
Yeah, I went to Florida
Technology.
Institute. Yeah, and then studied
Oh,
technology
if
and
you hadn't moved your head, I
psychology.
thought it was MIT. Sorry.
I know.
That's
No.
really great though.
That's why I have it there. That's why I stand right here.
Perfect. Very
You
smart.
see technology, you think, wow, smart guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Florida, though.
Institute. Florida. FIT. Oh, okay. I'm ready.
Okay, yeah, sure. Here's a question. Dating
Mhm.
while being a comic. Do you use your audience as a pool or is that an HR nightmare?
Wow. What a question. Do you ask only and all of your male stand-ups this? This
We
is
don't
gonna be like
have. You're the only gay comedian we've
so you gotta
met, to be
ask,
honest.
right?
Yeah,
Well,
we.
yeah. All
You're
you
one of
people are
one. It's
interested
kind
in
of hard.
who.
There isn't a big
That's
pool.
all.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay. This is the truth, I think, for most comedians, if I can sort of leverage their invisible beings to take on what I'm going to
Mhm.
say. So, dating for me is an effort to be in a relationship.
Mhm.
So, maybe if that appears, but most of the time when it's an audience member, they just want to fuck you.
Mm.
So, if it's just sex and it's consensual, that's fine. But dating is usually like something I'll do in LA or New York where I'm like, I want a future, whatever. Yeah, of course I fuck my fans. Why not? Yeah. I'm in town for 2 days, and you want to feel like you watch the stand up? Like, thank you. I can't pay my bills. Why not? I work hard for what? A very little amount of money? Somebody wants to pity fuck me? Thank you.
Sorry to follow up on
Yeah.
that
Is
one.
it? Yeah. Speaking of
Consent. All
dating and
consent.
Yes.
looking for a future, yeah,
Yeah.
of course, consent is important. Um,
Thank you for reflecting that comment.
you distracted me with that random ass.
I know.
Well, my question is it difficult from your perspective to find love in the US?
Oh my god. I think this is going to be like fun, stupid questions. Is it difficult to find love in the US? I think in
Okay.
the Western, I think in the, no, I got this. Don't worry. I want to give you a good answer. When
Yes.
I go inside, it's because I am doing like, I'm chat GPT. I'm like, you know what I mean?
Yes, with GPT. Mm-hmm.
And it's Jesus too.
Jesus PT. Mm-hmm.
I think in the Western world, it's hard because we're so stressed out all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and our schedules are insane. There's no work-life balance. So it's like sex and love are like a factor of, I guess, how much joy you can feel in life. You know, like every time I feel more joy, I'm more open to dating, sexual adventures. When I'm stressed out, I'm not. I think that's really what it is. I don't know if it's the location, it's the way of life.
The balance.
So the way of life
Yeah.
is it's a type of like the relationship is based on if we're having fun, then the relationship lasts. Is that kind of
No, I mean just to date, to do the dating, to then. Oh, I see what you're
okay?
saying. Like actual, yeah, yeah. It's hard in a city. That's a different question. I think. Is it hard to access dating in the U.S.? Yes, because of stress or whatever. Is it hard to continue dating? That's hard in a city because, especially in the U.S. Yeah, you're right. Because we're always taught there's something better. You know what I mean? That's something that we're taught all the time. So it's like. You
Never satisfied.
conflict. Yeah, you conflict
Too many options.
with yeah, but also it arises from this like diseased thinking, right? That's like you conflict with one of my morals that I hold dear, and it's like nobody's gonna line up all the way.
Yeah, and we're not perfect
You know what
either.
I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I just assume that, Ali. You don't have to say it out loud.
Okay, have you tried?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Assyrian matchmaking. There has to be an Assyrian matchmaker
There
out
is,
there.
and it's only for straights. Next.
They want to continue the lineage. That's right. That makes sense.
Okay, here's another. Okay, no, we'll just do a question. Well, I think like for Assyrians, it is so important that our culture continues because we're like over 7,000 years old, right? Our actual New Year is that much. But there are so few of us because of genocides and terrible things that have happened. I hold more the idea that if you want to carry the torch of the culture, you're welcome to be Assyrian at this point. You know what I mean? Like if you love the culture or whatever, if you're intertwined with it, join in. You know, because
apply
at the base of it all, yeah.
Like
for me anyway, culture is a teaching. It's not in your blood. It's not genetic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. And I mean, that's why we love talking to different people to learn their perspectives and different experiences that you might have that I've not had. So, what was it like kissing Bobby Lee?
Oh my God. It was gross. There's something about those jowls just coming towards you, jiggling. And you're like, oh no, I have to do this. Zero consent kiss from something that's going to go nowhere. And I don't check in. Do you have mouth herpes? Because that's a thing. You know what I It was cool. I felt very special. A lot of people shared that post from the Improv, and I was like, "Ooh, I made it!" You know what I mean? Oh, that's suffering. It was pretty cool. I felt like people in the audience were like, "Whoa, he's like one of the team," and I was like, "That's all I want, recognition."
That's the initiating process to get into the frat.
Yeah.
Of comedy.
Also, he's a really sweet person. I think he's very like, I don't know. I don't know him intimately, but like he just kind of presents who he is. Shut up with your face. Ali,
You kissed him. How much more intimate can you get with a person?
No.
Yeah, Ali has a very expressive, judgmental face.
Oh yeah,
so
do I.
Please out him. Please out him whenever you see him. Out him.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? Is your expressive face in your head, Saeed? Am I gonna out you?
Poker face.
Yeah,
I have a very good poker face, so I don't.
Right, we'll see.
So I can easily be very like political with my answers. So it's gonna be difficult, I would say.
I love when people don't think they're see-through. I can see.
Oh, Saeed.
Especially on like a Zoom call or whatever. No. Oh, you saying that to save yourself? Is that like a legal preamble to me calling you out? No, I am see-through. I could take this anywhere. I had to defend myself as a child. So.
Okay, yes, so let me ask you about like judgments and stuff. Do people
love it?
In your family judge you more for being
judging.
gay or being a comedian? Which is the bigger taboo?
Damn.
Being gay. What the fuck question? No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry, I don't know.
No, I'm just kidding.
If you were a gay doctor or like an
society?
Engineer, I guess I don't know.
So I want to separate my family from like the general understanding, which you think I'm being serious. You don't even know where I'm going with this.
Okay.
No, I'm telling you serious. Yeah. No, I know. Being on a Middle Eastern, being on a Southwest Asian podcast, Swana, you got to be like sort of like you're more in tune with people's differences or whatever. I mean that because my family on its own is incredibly judgmental. My culture or whatever, yeah, being gay is worse than being a comedian for sure, right? Being gay means, I don't know, a lot of bad things to them. My family in general cannot even say the word. You know what I mean? I've been out since I was 14, 15. I'm now 107. And it's like they just can't say it, right? The word in Assyrian is the phrase from the others. Mindan archine. That means the others. So from the others. Min dan archine. So that sucks. We don't even have a word for it. People just say from the others. Is he from the others? When that movie Others came out, I was like, are you my people? So yeah, being a comedian, obviously.
I was just gonna add in Arabic, they don't have a word for it. They use the term shadh, which means just like different or not similar or like something like that, like odd. It doesn't actually mean gay. Yeah. But then like every other country has like their own colloquial term.
Yeah, I've heard.
Like in Lebanese Arabic, they use the term lute. Maybe you've heard
What's
of that.
What's that mean?
That means
is that a slur, Said?
Is it a slur or is it?
I think
I want to know because I don't speak it.
But I'm not sure. I'm not sure actually. Yeah, it is actually a slur. Yeah.
Okay. Well, because I don't want to walk around and be like, "Ana lute." Is that
what you said? No, our audience is English speaking, so it's fine.
Okay.
But I did describe it as a slur, so anyway, we'll move on. So what was Ali? What was your question? What were you saying?
Oh, right, they're very judgmental. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. We have the same concept as Arabs, like in terms of a job that's haram, right? Like showing your face. Like, why would you do that? But then you get to a level, and then they don't care. You know what I mean? Like, what's her name? That singer, the famous one. You don't know that one song? Nancy Ajiram.
Shakira?
Let's hash it up.
Yeah. She's
There we
like,
go.
you know what I mean? She's
Yes.
like super plastic, like whatever. Everybody loves her. But you have to like get to a certain level because it's all about, in our cultures, it's all about recognition by the community. So when you're recognized by the community as good, then your parents are like, great. Also, my parents never bring up my job either because they're narcissists. And so they only talk about themselves.
I see.
And so they're incapable of that. So I used to think like, oh God, being gay, that's the thing. And I was like, well, that's a big thing. But I think it's more that they're just incapable of taking anything in.
Mm.
You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
I could go ahead and tell you their inventory of bad things.
Okay.
Number one would be that they're incapable, period. And I mean, they did the best they could. I don't hate them. I respect them. I do love them. Okay,
That's
next
good.
question.
Okay. We're just going a bit deeper into this one. Okay,
Yeah,
so
for sure.
what's worse, bombing on stage or having a political debate with your family at home?
I thought you were gonna make like a bombing joke. What's worse, bombing on stage or having a political? I think probably with my family, because bombing on stage is like a part of a job. Like that means like, oh, that sucks, but I have to work harder on this joke, or this didn't work, or you know what I mean? I can keep it more at arm's length. With my family, no, because then I get angry and whatever, and then I reel about it. So thinking like emotionally, yeah, it's worse. Also, again, because they don't listen or anything, they think I'm like this crazy Democrat. That's what they think I am. They're like, you're a Democrat. And I'm like, I've never been in line with this bipartisan system. I'm a leftist. I believe in learning from history, cycles, and trying to apply those. Those are not conservative right wing thoughts. But no, I'm not a Democrat. Democrats and Republicans, they're the same. I lived in DC for 2.5 years. They would go to dinner together. Yeah. They fuck each other at night. Okay?
They love each other. It's a love-hate. Sometimes love and hate are from the same breed,
Love and hate are both bridges of connection. What? Saeed, go ahead.
Saeed, I know you have intrusive thoughts right now.
No, like he said, I mean, the emotions are all in the head for me. So I'm just like processing it, and then I'm trying to understand this love-hate bridge thing that you guys are talking about.
It's because it went too fast. We didn't drill down into a subject. It went too fast. What were you thinking of? What did you like stop on that you kept thinking about?
You guys just said love-hate bridge between. So I think I lost track when you guys started saying like people are fucking in DC and everyone. When you were talking about yourself being a liberal and your family's obviously like conservative.
Not a liberal.
And they think you're a crazy leftist. My bad.
Liberal is another term.
That's true. That's 100% true. And then you went to
you're just saying that because you're interviewing me. So. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm so sorry. Go ahead. I'm done.
Yeah, can someone finish his thought, bro? What the fuck?
I'm so sorry.
And then you switched to Washington D.C. and you're saying everyone's fucking each other there, and then I just lost track from there. I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
So the question,
right.
It went fast, and I am like a slut for a shiny object. I'll just keep going.
Clarify.
Yeah, what was the question again?
How can you be hating each other and also
clarify
fucking
what the
each
fuck
other?
Oh my God, I know where this started. My family, because my family thinks I'm a Democrat, right? So when we get into political stuff, which they always bring up, it is not me. I don't care. I don't want to bring politics into anything that has to do with my family. They'll start saying you, and I'm like, I'm not a part of this. I'm just asking you to think critically. Think through the past. The United States has been getting worse. Like, don't look at the stock in the day. Look at it over time. What's happening? You know what I mean?
Right.
But people are very myopic. You know what I mean? People are short-sighted. People think that what happened yesterday is what always happened. You know what I mean? I can't help that I'm the best human on earth. I know everything. Sorry.
Okay, so Syed, is that clear for you, by the way? Did that clarify that, like, you understand how people can be hating each other, but also, like, they love each other, right? When we're talking about
Let me give you an example, can I?
No,
Okay, good. I was
if you're referring to your family part, I understand. But you added the part in Washington,
DC.
like you lived in
Yeah.
Washington D.C. and you said everyone's fucking there, and then you did the love hate thing with the fucking and your family. So I was just like,
Right.
which who's the love hate? Who's the love hate? Is it the fucking or is it the family? Is it? I got confused there. That's all. But that's fine. It got clarified. Thank you. We can move on.
Okay.
Okay. Great question. Next question. What's your
Saeed is like, we're never gonna have another gay person on here ever again. I already had issues being Saudi Arabian and
Oh my god. Okay. What is your
yeah, let's like shit on each other's cultures. Love it.
Jesus. What's your craziest food take out of all the takes?
Come on, I'm giving you like racism. You're asking me about food.
It's called a redirection. Hey,
it would the racism would I would take the racism offensively if I was actually Saudi, but I'm not. So.
Oh, what are you? I thought you were because you said you grew up there, huh?
We're Lebanese.
Oh, you're both Lebanese.
Yeah, we met in Lebanon. We went to school together. I went to the U.S. He went to Saudi Arabia.
I thought you can read through us. I mean, come on, man.
I did zero research. I love coming like a clean slate to this.
That's good. Give us
you know
your honest.
I want to learn about you guys. Plus, I don't want to read.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That's really cool. I'm proud of you.
What do you have against British people?
I have nothing against British people. English people, that's different.
What's the difference?
British is a nationality, so that involves anybody that's born there. Like I'm British, right?
Oh,
because I
okay.
have citizenship there.
Cool.
But boom. But
roasted.
But yeah, I mean they fucked up the world, and they like really are not taking any responsibility and not even admitting it. I remember once I was at a mic. This was like years ago, and this English guy came up. Oh, bless his heart, he was new, so he's gonna talk about like more hacky subjects, right? Because he's developing like his perspective and whatever. So he's like, English people, we are always saying sorry, excuse me, sorry. And I was like, in the crowd. And I go up and I was like, yeah, English people are always saying sorry. But then if you put them in a room with just them together, they'll enslave you. Sorry. They never said sorry about that. You know what I mean? Like, so obviously, maybe it's just for looks.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they have so much invested still in this post-colonial world. They're still colonists. You know what I mean? Like they go completely unchecked. Mm-hmm. Like France still owns a lot of African lives just through the economy, not through
language. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And money. Did you know they print money for countries in Africa and they're not allowed to use other kinds of money? Did you know that their companies are there so they don't have to pay taxes, and then they take their resources so they don't have to pay taxes to France or to the country they're in?
Sad, you know this?
So what are you doing about it then? Yes, I do.
This. You're looking at it. What am I doing about it? I'm getting on stage and I'm talking about it.
Okay. Um,
To other
so
brown people, so I feel safe.
I mean,
All right.
like comedy about like the Middle East has kind of blown up the past
Hmm.
while,
Yeah.
for sure. And so is there a topic that you refuse to talk about because it's like too real?
Um, I haven't encountered. Yeah, yeah. I think there is one. The issue of um, like prejudice against minority groups
Mm-hmm.
by majority groups.
Mm-hmm.
So, like in Iraq, the majority groups in our part of the world and as recent
Totally.
are
Mm-hmm.
Arabs,
Mm-hmm.
but Arabs are very close to us.
Mm-hmm.
But they did during like the 60s and the early 1900s. There was like, what is it, like Arabism? Not Arabism. That concept of
Pan-Arabism.
Bathism.
Pan
Bathism.
Arabism.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Ba'athi people.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. I mean, that's kind of separate. Plus, I don't want to get killed. No, like Pan Arabism was not good
Yeah.
for minorities in the Middle East. It
Mm.
wasn't. When we were all
True.
kind of living
Yeah, yeah.
together, and then all of a sudden, boom, one Arab, and then, it was bad. But also Kurds.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's a hard subject to talk about because people judge me by how I look and what they've heard.
Mm.
So to them, I'm like, most people, not Middle Eastern people, to most other people, they just see me as white, right? But then they like put that to like slavery, European. And I'm like, if you want to call me white, that's fine. But I'm not culturally white at all.
Mm.
So if I try to bring something to
Right.
light, like Arabs in the 60s, blah, 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 Arabs are our white people. I
Mm-hmm.
can't, you know what I mean? Like, as a joke, I love you.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah,
I love
punching
Saudi
down.
Arabia.
Yeah, punching down is like awful and hacky in comedy.
No, punching
I
down
would
is
say.
great. It's hilarious. If you can earn it, you can say anything on stage if you can earn it.
Okay.
Anything.
So, but the concept of punching, like comedy for me has always been like punching to truth, like punching up, right? Like
No,
making
there's
fun
no
of the
punching
people.
up in comedy. So let me tell you something, because
Okay.
these are all like social commentary on I don't want to say art form, on a form of performance and writing.
Mhm.
There is no comedy where whatever subject you're talking about, you talk about it in a positive way. There's nothing.
Yeah,
What
right.
you choose to talk about can put you in a category of punching down or punching up. In comedy, you're always making fun of somebody.
Right.
By that very definition and virtue, there is no punching up. You can say punching down to say your brand of comedy, your joke, is not earning or shedding light in a constructive way or in an original way, something we didn't see.
I see.
So you're punching down. So you make fun of disabled people because they're
Right.
disabled.
Mm-hmm.
When I say earn it, I mean you're actually bringing something to light.
Right.
So on its face, it looks like something, but you're turning it, you're reframing it to actually show something, right?
Mhm.
So suck dick, yeah, that's toilet humor, right? But really, what I'm saying is, I'm really saying something.
Yeah. No, I
You know
understand
what I
what you're
mean?
saying. Mm-hmm.
I create tension, and then I have to release it, and that's where the laughter comes from. But yeah, there's no, this concept of like punching up, it does not exist, because if you accept the fact, and you should, that comedy is an art form where you make fun of something, how would you punch up?
Okay.
What does punching up mean?
Let me tell you.
Maybe I don't know.
In my opinion,
like positive comedy, maybe. No.
That's non-existent. That's not funny.
Sorry, what I mean by punching up is
Right.
like instead of like making fun of people that are disenfranchised, making fun of people that are in the zeitgeist, like that have the power, right? And so, like making fun of politicians or making fun of the governments or making fun of more successful people,
Right.
you know, like making fun of Lady Gaga that she's all for the people, but then she upcharges her tickets 5,000% and tries to rip off her fans, for example. That's punching up.
Okay. So I see comedy as, are you doing something that says something new that you're informing people, or are you doing something to make people laugh? So if you're punching up and you're just making fun of people in the zeitgeist, you can make people laugh, but it's meaningless, right? But if you make fun of Lady Gaga because she's this and then you show a contradiction, that is, I guess, punching up, but it's also shedding light. But if I'm going to be like, white people, they have no asses, or like, white people, why do they talk like this? You know what I mean? Like,
that is good.
Do you know what I'm saying? So like punching up and punching down can be applied, but they're not truly from comedy. Do you know what I mean? It's commentary on comedy about what it should be and what it shouldn't be. I don't think racism is great. I don't want to see that. That's definitely punching down, but that's also just not shedding light on anything new. When a joke comes to me, it's something that I see. Oh, that's terrible. Like this disparity. And then I see a situation, and that's a seed for a joke that through editing turns into a vehicle of laughter and information. You know what I mean? Like, I talk about being gay and the acronym that keeps changing, LGBTQ plus. Like, what is a plus? Is that like a streaming service? Like, why can't we work towards a unified term like queer? Why is that so hard for people? Because gay people don't come up with it. That's why. Queer people don't come up with it. Like if you listen to other queer people, they just say queer. Or they self-identify, and then the day's over. This is for like companies and markets. You know what I mean? Seriously, right?
Yes. See, like you making fun of companies, right? That is punching up. I'm trying to think like South Park, for example. They're going through a renaissance right now because they're making fun of the establishment, all these figures, and making fun of the government, and it's gotten a lot of hype. And they're doing like they said that Trump has a tiny penis and stuff like that. So they're doing toilet humor, but they're punching up, and they do all those they do make stereotypical jokes. Like they have those characters that do make those racist jokes, but you can tell that it's from the perspective that we're making fun of people that do make that kind of humor.
Yeah, so like, okay, let me ask you a question. Yeah. So, and in no way
change my mind. Prove me wrong.
No, I'm not trying to persuade you. I don't use those terms, so I don't maybe know them to the depth that you do. I'm gonna come at you very like honestly.
Okay.
So, what would you make of a situation if you are gonna call it punching up or punching down, when a Black American person, right, a Black person who grew up here, makes fun of a part of their society that other Black Americans will understand, but I don't know, they talk about, I don't know, like the way that they eat, like something about soul food where they make fun of it.
Okay. Perfect.
And it's like something that everybody thinks is like gross. Why do we do that? But you're not really gaining anything from it. What is that? Punching up or punching down?
Wow. This is deep.
Ali, that's
you might have changed my mind. You might have changed my mind right there.
It's not that they're not real terms. They are. I don't use them because they're not a part of my art form. They're commentary by an outside thing to comment. That's all it is. It's a term of art for magazines.
Right. What I think more so about it is that, like, in many, let's say, countries around the world, you can't even make fun of, you're not allowed to joke about leaders and stuff like that because you would go to jail or, worse. Versus comedy seems to be one of the last places where people can tell the truth about people in power without getting canceled. Am I wrong or right? Prove me wrong.
Comedy is one of the last places where you can, in a situation like live in a country where you can't make fun of a leader and not get canceled. I think that's more about the culture than comedy, because you can't do that in North Korea, but you can do it here. right?
No, that's fair.
I don't know. That's about actually like comedy, the mechanics of comedy.
Do
I
you?
don't think it's a cultural thing in North Korea. I think it's more government. Yeah.
That's culture. All right, politically, yeah,
Government.
okay.
Yeah,
You're
political.
right.
Yeah.
It's a different institution. I understand. You're right. Yeah, it's a political thing, right? Here we can, and there we can't.
Okay. So let me ask you this: if you could roast one world leader, and they had to sit there and take it, who's getting flamed?
God, it's hard to choose. There's a lot of them that suck.
What would be your roast? Let's say your opening roast.
Number one on the list.
I mean, I haven't even thought of this before. I
I know this is like getting deeper. We're asking the hard-hitting questions here.
I hate most of Western European leaders. Can I just physically roast them like a fire?
Go for it.
And then implant. Oh God, look at Sayed. He's like, oh no, shut up,
Mama Crone.
Like my mom.
No, go for it, bro. The shish kebab,
like,
stuff them with like.
When I talk to her, I'm like, I'm American, Mom. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, stuff them with like the kusa mahshi stuff style, no problem. Put them on the fire. خلاص, رواق.
Probably. I mean, a lot of those like Azerbaijan, Turkey, the Kurdish leaders that are decimating parts of the northern Middle East, and everyone here is like clapping for that as they take over eastern Syria now. Those people, I would roast verbally, not ever in real life.
That's for after they die.
Like, what would I say first? I'm not good at roasting. I'm actually really bad.
Roasted.
Well, I've only done it a couple times, and I get frustrated. I'm not good at it. Like, you have to. Roasting is like really. It's a specific and like it's like chess, and I fucking hate chess. You know what I mean? The way you say stuff.
What are the similarities? Give me the analogy.
It's like chess. So like comedy in general is an umbrella. So you can do a bunch of stuff. If you're doing stand-up, it's a bunch of stuff. Roasting is a specific part of comedy. So the movements you make are even more specific. It's very constraining. So for some people, they're good at it. For me, I'm not, because I'll pull on anything to get out of a situation. So once I did it at the Comedy Store, and I think I literally like forgot what I wanted to say. And I was like, you should fucking die. Like I just said... And then the judges were like, wow, okay, so roasting's not for you. If I were you, I would kill myself. Someone in the audience yelled at me to like say to the other person, cut his dick off! Like that. I was like, oh my God. I did this roast battle with Priya Bluntz, good friend. She's a New Yorker. Very, very funny comedian, cool person. And she still uses those clips today in submissions. And I'm like, God, please let that die. So what would I say? I would say, hey, leaders, will you tell everyone that you work with Israel secretly to be a part of a fucking complex to destroy the ethnic people of the Middle East?
Boom, roasted. And your food sucks.
And your foods? Yeah, I've heard of Azerbaijani cuisine. Isn't it great? No hate on those people. I do not dislike Turkish people. I do not dislike Kurdish people. I do not dislike Azerbaijani people. Those political leaders are out for blood. It's insane.
I understand. Okay, so Assyrians, they're mostly in, like, because we've been doing a lot of research about the Kurds, right? So we know the Kurds, they're like in Turkey, Iraq, Iran, Syria, right? So,
let's go.
Okay, we're interviewing a Kurdish journalist on the pod.
Cool.
So Okay, so as our Assyrian representative,
Yeah.
what, give us the truth. Like, what is it? Like,
Okay, so let me breathe. So I like to call Kurdistan uh, either the area claimed as a Kurdish region or brown Israel. Because
okay. Here we go.
because Kurdish, Assyrians, Arabs, Yazidis, ethnic Turkic people, Persian people, we've lived in that area together for hundreds of years. They're new. We've been there for millennia. You can't throw a rock without hitting an Assyrian artifact. We've named the majority of cities in the Middle East, but for some reason, they need to take all that land. So their right to land is false. If they can't live in a plural society like we did for hundreds of years and we don't care, we've always wanted them there, why now do they have to do that?
Wow.
What is the claim? The claim from Iraqi Kurds is during Saddam's era, there was a very, very, very terrible genocide on Kurds. That's it. Doesn't that sound a lot like Israel's Holocaust thing? How are you using that then to take over Syria? Nothing happened there. Why do you need to take that land? I'll tell you why. Because in the early 1900s, they teamed with Israel and Israelis, and they manufactured a narrative. You can look this up. Look up Israel Kurdistan, right? They manufactured a narrative to be able to take over land, to work together in an industrial complex to land grab. This is a thing. It exists. It's not fake. During the beginning parts of the genocide on Palestinians, the current one, they were bombed by Iran because Iran said that there are Israeli agents there, and they made it into a joke, but it's true. You can look this up. Israeli, whatever they're called, they trained a lot of their infantry. There's even like images of Israeli soldiers with like Kurdish attire or ISIS attire. Okay, that's another thing.
Whoa, wait, slow down. Said, is this true or is he making this up right now? Please fact check.
Let me check. In a close informal relationship, but do not have formal diplomatic missions in each other's territories. Their ties are rooted in Israel's historically strong support
This is Wikipedia,
for
though,
the Kurdish people. Wikipedia.
Wikipedia is not the
Wikipedia
definitely
like
not
sources.
Yeah, and I think not the most reliable source.
We can check the sources if you want.
Geopolitics. Yeah.
I mean,
well, we don't have to check the sources. We can work off of this, right?
Right. And their long-running desire for self-determination and national independence in Kurdistan.
Kurdish authorities accept Israeli passports in Erbil, right? Erbil is their self-proclaimed capital. Erbil is an old Assyrian city. Arba il, which means the city of four gods.
And that's in Syria.
No, that's Iraq.
That's Iraq. Okay, never mind.
Right. So you know they're changing the name of city to Kurdish names. What does that sound like?
We've seen it before. We've definitely seen this before.
I want you to look this up. Look up just to show another piece of evidence. Look up the just as a current one, the Ashkelon Israeli pipeline that goes from Kurdistan to Israel through Turkey that recently was bombed by Turkey because they were like, no. No. Look it up. Because Israel, it needs them to mine the oil that's in northern Iraq so that they can have it. And Iraq has long had an issue with this, but can't do anything because Kurds are American backed. Kurds do not pay into the Iraqi government for the oil that they're selling.
Right, and I know that like they hired Kurds to help fight against ISIS. No?
First, look this up before I give you more like.
Say, this is
Okay, first I need you to
going out.
I need you to accept the fact that the narrative we are shown here is different from the real narrative that occurs there, because the people that create a narrative here, A, control it, and B, have an invested interest in
changing history.
Yeah, because they want to make money, right? Like, that's the most important thing on earth, and you will be given false information to have money. Are you looking up this pipeline, Saeed?
Yes, I'm just looking at like multiple sources because obviously
I can't
believe Wikipedia. So there's this one for Wikipedia saying like it does exist. From Ashkelon, Bir Sheba.
It does exist.
To Eilat. Yes, it came after the Suez Crisis. The Israeli government started the country's first crude oil pipeline between Red Sea and Mediterranean Sea. The link to the coast was completed in 1957. This was back in the 1950s.
So you see the port of Ashkelon, right?
Yeah, it starts from.
Yeah. How did they get oil to Ashkelon?
Did they get it from Ashkelon or
no?
To
it's
Ashkelon?
Brought to Ashkelon from Kurdistan.
From Eilat. Is that where the oil is coming from, or is that?
I don't know about Eilat. Hold on.
We're getting into weeds on this, this topic.
Well, you
initially
have to.
augmented by truck and rail transport to the Mediterranean coast and to Israel's only and underutilized refinery at Haifa. The link to the coast was completed in 1957. Tankers and America. So, are you saying that it's coming from
oil is delivered
from Kurdistan to Israel? From Kurdistan to Israel? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Why don't you write Kurdistan oil pipeline Israel? Why don't you look that up?
Kurdistan. So it has been a significant source of crude oil for Israel, with over 3/4 of its oil imports coming from the KRI.
Saeed,
so yeah, 75% of Israel's oil is
75%.
Wow, we were exposed,
of gold is mined from my ancestors' homeland that they claim as their own.
This is bad.
To make
this
money.
Is from the Washington Institute, if anyone's talking about the source.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So now I want you to look up Kurdish leaders, Israeli leaders, 1960s.
Kurdish leaders and
Israeli leaders. 1960s or...
First, is this the Iraq-Kurdish war? Are you talking about?
No, that's the first thing you're gonna fucking be fed, because they want to they don't want you to kill people. Look at that! Whoa! Look at the. I want you to look at the photos. Go to images.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's go, Bing.
You're on Bing. Oh, okay.
Why are you using Bing? Sorry, bro.
Because it's like, I think it can be protected, right? The information.
Let's not talk. Yeah, there you go. No, let me go on Chrome where everything is exposed. That's smarter.
It's not. Nothing's changing.
Yeah, the images aren't showing. We can just like open them from here. There you go.
Why?
All right, I'm a genius.
Why aren't they showing?
Anyway, they're showing. There you go. Oh, the fuck! That's a Damasen randomly there.
I can't see anything. It's not changing.
Make sure to share screen, bro.
Wait, what? I've literally switched to this.
Of
Oh
course,
my
it's
god.
not showing. It's everywhere.
How about we look at this on the public?
Side share screen or unclose it and open it.
Yeah, for some reason the images does not want to share screen, but everything else wants to share screen. So I don't know if
Wait, are
it's
No
you
way.
sharing the
something with Prejudice.
tab? Are you sharing the tab or the screen? Maybe you need
I
to
think it
share the
just glitched
tab.
for me. I think it glitched for me. Let me just see.
Yikes! This always happens,
Trying
bro.
again.
This literally always happens whenever we start talking about these subjects. I mean, it is kind of strange. Not gonna lie.
Surprising ties between Israel
Yeah.
and Kurds.
Wow.
Since the 1960s, since as early as before the establishment of Israel, the KRG, the Kurdish coalition or something
KRI.
like that, their first instantiation happened at the same time that this whole Israeli pre-Israel influence came into the Middle East. This is old.
It's good
Yeah. So
This
looking.
this
is
article talks
old.
about actually Kurdish Jews that arrived in Israel and
That's not a
they
thing.
established ties.
There is no such thing as Kurdish Jews.
That's not a thing. Okay.
No, in antiquity, no. No, maybe as of recent, that is a story that is a part of a fake narrative to portray Kurds as as a like marginalized group, because then there's another narrative that says that the Kurdish Jews helped Jews escape from Iraq so they could be safe during the establishment of Israel. But in
Mm.
fact, those, if anything, were Assyrian Jews, because Assyrians can be Jews because we're from the time before Jews, because we are indigenous to that region.
So were they just using it as like a reason to kind of take these Kurdish people into their and make ties with them and then
Mm-hmm.
call them Kurdish
Mm-hmm.
Jews so that they have a reason to protect
Mm-hmm.
them in a sense, or like
Mm-hmm.
have this claim like, oh, these people are our people, we should protect them, we should help them.
Yes.
In reality,
So
it's all for oil trade.
mhm. It's all for oil trade and
Right.
ethnic ethno states,
Yeah, makes sense.
right? No fucking Kurd in Kurdistan respects Jews. There's like I'm so sorry to blow your mind, but like
we're kind of
uh
like this is a lot of new info for me. That's for sure.
yeah, Kurdish people are not bad. There is nothing wrong with Kurdish people. What they went through during that time, I forgot what it's called, where Saddam
Mm-hmm.
genocided a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking horrible. But that is not a reason to genocide other people. I have family members that have claims to lands that were stolen from them today to make an airport. I can't go to my country of origin. I need a what's it called? A visa to enter my native land
Why?
because of Kurds. I can't enter that region. They have checkpoints that change all the time so they can keep Assyrians and Yazidis hostage.
Mm.
And they ask you
So
at the checkpoints, what's your ethnicity? If you say Assyrian, they go, oh, you're Christian. And they go, no, we're Assyrian. They try to erase them. There's sexual slavery of Assyrian women. There's like, by them. There have been reported genocides, 1933, in the 1960s, in the 1800s. I can show you images. I can pull up images of a genocide that happened by Kurds in the late 1800s, early 1900s, where they're burning the bodies of Assyrian women who tried to run away and ate the jewelry to have money or something when they get to their destination. There's images of Kurdish women burning their bodies to pull the jewelry out. Do you want me to show you
I
these
kind of want to.
things?
I'm kind of curious.
It's just
Yeah,
like
I'm kind
naked
of
photos
curious
of
about the
me. Hold on.
photos.
Yeah.
Holy smoke! This is like new. How come no one talks about this?
Wow.
Think about it. Why don't people talk about what Israel's really doing? How are there people today that are like, I love Israel. This is great that they're murdering Palestinians.
I don't think. I mean, you have to be satanic.
You live in
to
a
think
bubble,
that.
Ali, if you don't think that people don't feel that way. If people didn't feel that way, that would not be happening now, would it?
Good point.
The majority of people, the people with power, believe that. You better believe they believe that. You better believe they think they're doing the right thing. Why wouldn't this exist? Why wouldn't more than this exist? What about the Uyghurs?
Right.
Right? We're just hearing about that. What about like the people in Southeast Asia that are killed by those like crazy fucking Buddhists, the Hindus?
Right.
What about so many things? This is just closer to us.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like, of course this exists.
So there are Assyrians in Lebanon, or like?
Yeah, there are Assyrian Lebanese people. One notably is why can I not remember her name? Wait, was she Lebanese or Jordanian? Feroz.
No way. She's Lebanese.
Yeah.
She's Assyrian? Wow. Said is
Look it up.
Said. Don't look it up.
Look it up. Absolutely. Look it up. She is from a family lineage that ran away from the genocide of the Turks and Kurds on the Assyrians and all the other people. They ran away. They used to live in this place called Tur Abdin, but now it's called Mardin or whatever. Turk isn't a real ethnicity, Turkish. It's not. They're Turkish people.
Okay, slow down. Slow down.
This is the first thing that popped up when I searched for it was yes, and her father Wadi Haddad was an Assyrian from Mardin, which is what you said,
Is
which is now in
Abdin
Turkey,
in Assyria
and he moved
to
to
first
Lebanon to
Palestine?
escape the
No
Assyrian
way.
genocide.
Wow.
Her mom was
Yeah, so-
her mom is Lebanese, so it's her dad that's Assyrian. Yes, she's
Yeah.
half
Well,
Assyrian.
remember though, Lebanese is
That's
not
crazy.
an ethnicity. If we trace his or
Here we go.
her, I mean that's the thing. Like every time I have to talk about heritage, my story goes back thousands of years. There's no like. For me, I cannot say something without talking about something I know is older because that's how I see.
No, that's
You know
true.
what I mean? Like, what are Maronites? We know that they're Christian,
Right.
right? But what is their ethnicity?
Arabs?
But what came before Arabs?
The Canaanites? I don't know.
Canaanites.
Yeah. Phoenicians?
Yeah, and the Phoenicians. Yeah. So Arab is real. It's an identity. It's an ethnicity. But then it makes you wonder, like, what is ethnicity? What is identity? It's a story.
Right.
Right? We tie it to blood and whatever because we are short-sighted. So our brain can't think that much. It's too much. So we just go, what's now is what's always. But that's super not true. What's now is only now for like 100 years. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
But in any case, it's more important that, yes, she's Assyrian. Her dad, was it? Or her, yeah, dad fled
from Turkey,
from the genocide. And the first place that they went, Palestine, that is where they, because Palestinians took us in and gave us a place to live in Jerusalem. Wow. It's called this, in English, it's called the Syriac Quarter, but it's where Assyrians were allowed to. So they've been doing this for a long time, Palestinians. They're like, sure, come on in, right? And then there are Assyrians today that like believe in this genocide, which blows my fucking mind. And it's just another point to show you how short-sighted people are. She even has a song, right, Feroz, that's like Goodbye, My Beautiful Country, Palestine, or something like that. Because she knows she was taken in and taken care of. It's not just that she lived there. She escaped death. like her family.
Wow.
There is an
Yeah.
old story. Um,
So
yeah.
where are Assyrians like mostly right now? If like, is there a place where they're the most
I think now
population?
we've reached the tipping point where
Mm.
we're more in diaspora than in our own native land because
Wow.
of what's happening by Americans and Kurds,
Mm-hmm.
the Kurdish leaders.
Mm-hmm.
And to
Hmm.
a degree, the leaders of Iraq, because they are terrified, you know what I mean, of American forces. Like it's still under occupation. Did you know
Right.
that like every month America gives Iraq its supply of money, and they put it, physical money, and they put it in a plane and they send it there. And every month, Iraq has to come up with a budget and send that budget to the US, and somebody redlines it and goes through it, sends it back,
So weird.
and then they get a supply of money. Why would you send paper money in a plane?
Right? They don't have PayPal?
Because you want it to be hijacked. You know that that's stupid, but you need another reason, another route, if in the future, to say that these people are savages.
Jesus.
Mm.
It's still under occupation. We know that.
Have you been to Iraq?
No, not for a long time. Uh, when I was little, obviously, it was like fine. At least the north was more fine because most of
Mm-hmm.
what was going on was in Baghdad and
Mm-hmm.
in the south. But then the north went to shit. I needed to be gay.
Mm-hmm.
I went through a whole thing where I thought like my culture was like dumb, like because it was so unaccepting. But that's when I thought my parents were my culture. And I didn't, and then I explored and I was like, oh, wow. I was going to go back recently with a group,
Mm.
and it just didn't happen. And now I'm looking for a job. Look at me, all these big boy words, and I can't pay my bills.
What about
Mm-hmm. Hey,
like
bunny.
northern Iraq, Erbil? That was like ISIS territory, right? So did they? Sorry, I don't mean to. You're
No,
looking.
we'll go down this pipeline.
I mean, I am actually very interested in this topic
Yeah,
because,
of
like, I mean, I know,
course.
like, I mean, I know, like, we know about like America
Mm.
funded those people and all that, but but that's where like you're from, and what did they do to the Syrians that were there? Did they join or did they like move or get displaced? What happened?
They were murdered.
Yeah.
They were murdered. There is some speculation based on proof
Mm-hmm.
by first witnesses. What is it called?
Mm-hmm.
There's
Yeah.
like a more technical
First,
term to make it
first
sound
hand
more legitimate.
account.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That the first like wave, I don't know, but the second wave of ISIS was Kurds and Israelis. That there is a visible trail of evidence that shows that a retired Mossad agent was a contractor and was contracted by Kurds and trained them for years. And then all of a sudden, there was an appearance of ISIS again out of the blue. And they murdered a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And there are news articles about Assyrians and Yazidis trying to protect themselves, and Kurds saying, don't do that. We can handle this. We'll protect you, and doing nothing.
Oof.
And then them getting murdered. And then I don't know if you know about the thing with Noon, where they were putting Noon on houses, the
Like the
letter
letter
Noon,
N, yeah.
or
Mm-hmm.
Nazariya, to
Mm-hmm.
know who to murder.
Wait, Nazariya, what does that mean?
It's like a disrespectful term that Muslims use, not all Muslims, some Muslims use to speak of Christians
No
and
way.
yeah, you can
Mm-hmm.
look this up.
Okay, I
The
believe you.
noons
Yeah.
on the
Mm-hmm.
houses, they would put noon on the
Mm-hmm.
house so they would know who to murder. So this happened.
Oof.
And then the Kurds under the behest or whatever of the West or the U.S., defeated the ISIS, and they were ordered to return them and to give custody to the US, but they never did. No one followed up. And now they sit in jails in Syria, in Kurdish territories, Rojava, which is half of Syria. Apparently, it belongs to them too. And they let them out like dogs when they need a conflict. And since that time, to paint Kurdish people as these amazing people, right? Women are our fighters. Like, women have never fought before. Only Kurds do this because the rest of the Middle East is savages, right? But Kurds are great because women fight. And like, anyway, and now since that time, every time you hear about ISIS, it will always be because Kurds are letting people know they're out again. No one else. So if ISIS is autonomous, why would Kurds only know about them? Why would Kurds be the first people to talk about it? Their governments.
What's your theory? Sorry, help me understand.
That one. That Israel sent people to train Kurdish militias or whatever to pose as ISIS and be able to do what they did. There is evidence of Kurds not. There's Yazidis were genocided. They had to leave where they lived. Do you know about Yazidis?
I mean, a little bit. They're another ethnic. Yeah. They're also ancient.
And they speak Kurdish. And the Kurds annihilated them. You can look this up. They had to move. They had to leave. They can't. They don't live in their own land now. They're done almost. This is all of a complex. Like, you can go down a rabbit hole.
We're in it. We're halfway through. Said, did you know about all this? Is this? I mean, you're definitely more smarter than me about these topics, but
it's not about smartness. It's about exposure. I'm exposing you guys now.
Yeah,
you're not intelligent. You're not supposed to know everything. You're just being exposed to another crime against indigenous people. There is a war on indigeneity in the world. That's really what's happening.
That one is like a common sense kind of concept that I definitely thought of, but I didn't know the details of, like, Mossad, working with the Kurds to have them act as ISIS agents in, like, certain communities. That one I didn't know about. I didn't know the depth of Israel's ties with the Kurdish groups, like,
it's
going back all the way to the 50s and 60s. Yeah, that one was not this is new for me.
So there's all these things about, like, what the Kurdish people have done and belief of Palestine or whatever. Maybe some of the groups of people who are who know what's right and what's wrong, but the government, no. The government is, by some groups, actually seen as terrorists. You can look.
No, we believe you. It's just like, what's the purpose of Israel to eliminate all of this in these indigenous groups? Like, what do they benefit from? I understand maybe there's a capital
I think land,
benefit,
right?
Like, they can. Yeah, basically resources.
Right.
That makes sense. But it's like that's the only thing, because they don't have anyone else to exploit.
Right. So it's like, I imagine it's like, okay, if I am me and I'm from somewhere, and then I think in this other land, I believe and know from whatever that there are resources that I want to control, and I have some sort of feeling of tie to it, then I will rally people around me to help me do that. Because I can offer them a cut. Right? For something I want.
It sounds like politicians and comedians have something in common. They both punch down.
Nice one, Said.
Well, whereas Here's a photo of. How do I show you this?
You should be able to share a screen. It says share. It's next to the leave button.
Yeah, in the bottom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just don't press on the leave button, please.
Yes.
No.
The noon thing blew my mind, honestly. I did not know that was a thing. That is very scary.
Yeah.
See this. This is from a wiki article. Let's see what it's called. Assyrian people. Here is the photo of Kurdish women burning other women's bodies. It's a very old photo from the 1800s, I think. Of them burning Assyrian women's bodies to burn jewelry out of their body.
Oof.
Oh God.
Yeah. What else did we talk about? What did I want to show you? There's this really old article that's written by this European professor who goes in the 1800s and calls the land Assyria, right? And talks about the idea of Kurdish Jews because he's really there. He's just doing a diary, but today it means so much more. What was the article called? I write diarrhea. Oh my God, there's so many things coming up. Diary professor 1800s Assyria Kurdish Jews. Bridging identities. Look at this was the cultural odyssey of Kurdish Jews.
Make sure to share screen. Yeah, share tab or something.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I'm getting all emotional about the bullshit of the West.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Yeah, get you emotional and.
Well, I mean, you just didn't know. It's okay. I'm glad you're, receptive.
Yes. Wow.
So Assyrians, there are Assyrian Jews. They do not live in the homeland anymore. And they went to Israel. And they are called Barzani. And they speak Assyrian, but they're Jews. Because we've lived there for thousands of years. So they also we're like, this is great. But this idea of Kurdish Jews is convoluted with a narrative that was created to basically do what they do. Because in reality, as soon as you dig deeper, I have to find this, I'm so sorry. The Kurdish abuse, Lishana. So, okay, this is an article. So Lishana means language, like Lugha, right?
Yeah. Wow.
This, I remember this. This is the Assyrians who are Jewish, and they're talking about how Kurds have abused their Jewish identity.
Wow.
I didn't know we were going to talk about this. These articles are so hard to find, and so I want to I can send you afterwards, but.
No, I mean, I
turned off my phone because in your email it was turn off all notifications. Now I'm fucked. So I look like a crazy fucking what do they call conspiracy theorist?
Yeah, an article that's not there. Where's the article?
Boom. We're gonna listen to it. Okay, this is not gonna be helpful. I was angry that. Where is it? Fuck. Oh, distribution of. Is this the article? I can't find it. Fuck. Anyway, I don't want to hold this up. I can just tell you what I know, and then later I can send you these things.
Sure.
I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to get this story out. It's very important. As you dig deeper, you'll understand the true mission of these two countries coming together, and it is to split the Middle East at the Euphrates River.
Oof.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Uh-huh.
This is crazy.
And it's happening. You know about the part, I mean, they're saying like,
I
we
know.
will take all of this part of land, right? The Israelis. And then you just don't hear the other story. You're not aware of it. Rojava is now gaining independence from Syria, the eastern part of Syria. And that's the part that touches the Euphrates. So it's happening. If you look at what the Kurdish government claims as their land, it's historically Assyrian land. It's literally like a one for one, Assyria or Kurdish.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This is making me sick, not gonna lie.
So this sort of like historical land, do you see this?
Share screen.
No, you
I
fucking
can't.
share screen.
Yeah,
Hold on.
you
No,
can.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Because I'm like just popping off and okay. You see, like this is like the old empire, but more in this is antiquity. More in modern time, it's just like it dwindled down to this region, right?
That's the Euphrates.
I know you Shami people don't care about anything that happens that doesn't touch a coast, but where are images? Oh, okay. I'm trying to look for a more modern map, but basically it's like this area, right? This is it was the more modern one. Okay.
Wow.
So you're remembering this, right? This little area?
Yes. We've been doing some research because the Kurdish situation, but this is so news to me. Yeah.
Uh-oh. What does that look like?
Yeah.
What does that look like?
That's Assyria, right?
No, this is Kurdistan. This is what they believe is theirs.
But this, you're just saying.
Oh, you can't say. Oh, fuck! I didn't fucking. Daqiqa. Okay.
It is on the daqiqa.
Where are you at? Which tab are you on?
Okay, it says Kurdistan. Okay. Yeah, I see the Kurdistan. I see the map. But you're saying that this used to be Assyrian.
Yeah, look at it.
Wow.
This is the Assyrian map.
God.
This is our region, right? And
that's uncanny.
Look,
that is very strange.
It's literally like one for one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay. Now let me.
So the Assyrian map included also like parts the coast area, so like Lebanon, parts Israel
in
area,
antiquity,
and a bit, I think of the Suez.
empire. Yes, correct. The empire in antiquity. That map is like I don't know, 4,000 years old. This one. That's the empire. The people of like 150 years ago, you know, we didn't really have borders. We just had regions that we lived in. This was the region. So it was northern Iraq, a little bit of middle Iraq, a little bit of Persia or Iran, a little bit of modern day Turkey, a little bit of Syria. It was just like a swath that sat between the two rivers. That's really the dividers, the two rivers. Because our land is called the house between two rivers.
And so
Beit Nahrain.
Okay, so the Kurds, when did they come into the picture? And if the Assyrians have been there for longer, how did...
Okay, so this is like, you're going to find a lot of sources, okay, because the narrative is trying to be changed. Kurdish people are ethnically Persian.
Okay.
They came over, I believe, during the Medes like rendition of later regions of Persia, right? If you look linguistically at their language, I'm not saying they don't have a right to be there. I'm just saying I'm answering this question. If you look at their language is Iranic. It's Persian. Belongs to that group of languages. If you look at the part of Persian languages it's most closely related to the Balochi people, the people of Western Pakistan. So linguistically, their origin language is from there. So that says whatever it needs to say. Many, however, years later, they also migrated into the Middle East, or what we call Beit Nahrain, right?
Yeah.
It's not a story of belonging. It's a story of language. Um, they then will say, some articles will say that they are indigenous to that land. They say that their genes, sounds like Israelis, their genes can be found in ancient populations. I'm sure I'm 1% Japanese too. Like, that's just humans fuck. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The question is,
So weird.
your culture, what do you celebrate?
Yeah.
We'll celebrate ancient Mesopotamian god holidays. We still celebrate them.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're from there, what Mesopotamian god do you celebrate? We're named after an ancient Sumerian god, Ashur, the god of the sun.
Wait,
It's a fucking name.
Ashur is an Assyrian god.
No, older.
Whoa.
Yeah. He comes from the Sumerians, who later was recalled. He was called Enlil by the Sumerians. Anyway, we name ourselves after the king who named himself after that god, King Ashur, who's named after Ashur. That's why we're called Ashuri, the people of Ashur, right?
Whoa.
Like Saudi, the people of
Yeah.
that family, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That
true.
is wild. And that broke
So
up in
it's-
Syria.
Mm-hmm. But just like it's just there. It's in the name. We are the indigenous people of that region. I don't get it.
Yeah, this is like
No one's saying that we can't live together.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. We have. But
jeez.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they don't care about living with each other. They
no.
just want to exploit the land.
They're oil tycoons.
'Cause-
That's what they are.
yeah.
They're not leaders. They're
Yeah.
oil tycoons, right?
I mean, there's one argument for why the war in Iraq started was also for oil. That's like the main argument, if anything.
Yeah, of course.
Because, for example, with Dick Cheney,
Look at that.
who was the VP
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like,
Okay.
Dick Cheney was the VP of Bush at that time. I know everyone blames Bush for going into that war, but in reality, Dick Cheney was kind of like the main push for that war, and he benefited so
Yeah.
much after from the companies that he owns shares in, which were mainly oil companies.
And then the people who were instantiated there as the buffer, these buffer states like the Kurds, they benefit from it as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yikes.
This is the
I mean,
idea.
this is all
I see.
insane.
Wow.
These are the.
I've never seen that. Saeed? No? You've seen this?
This is all like the background information that no one sees or talks about because
Yeah.
they're too busy distracted by like by the big news, by the big headlines.
You know what I mean? I'm presenting this not to say, look, proof. I'm presenting this to say, look at the narrative that exists. Just exists.
Yeah.
If I write Israel, Turkey, do I spell Turkey?
Yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah. Okay, you see flags. If I write Israel, Egypt, okay. But if I write Israel, Kurdistan,
yeah,
it's like this. This is the zeitgeist that exists for this topic. These are the maps that people dream of, that they make, and it's separated by, I think that's maybe the Euphrates.
Yeah, the Euphrates River. That's where that is.
Look at that. So,
wow.
Yeah, they're hell bent on
and
living together.
That map that has like the Israel, Kurdistan, Armenia, and Greece. That one includes Israel owning, like, possessing half of the Gulf as well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they've proposed this. This has been talked about before.
Many times.
No one's heard about this one. Do you guys know about like all of Rojava and that part?
So that's Eastern Syria. I see.
Yeah,
Wow.
and it's right at the Please tell me I'm right, because I'm gonna sound like an idiot if I'm calling this. This is the Euphrates, right? I think so.
Give me one
Or
second.
no? Is it? Will
I
you
can't see
make
where
sure
the
so I
Which
cursor
don't?
goes
is.
through Iraq? Yeah, I'm not sure.
Euphrates.
It is definitely close to Iraq. Yes.
No. It does. There's two rivers. And I always switch them because I'm not from
It's
there.
the
And
Yeah,
someone
the
watching
Tigris
this
and the
who hates what
Euphrates
I'm saying will be like, "You
just
don't
pass
even
right
know the
over each other.
fucking."
So yeah, what is so? Okay.
Yeah, it is the Euphrates, of course.
Yeah. Oh,
So Euphrates runs through Iraq and
I
here.
Syria. That's
Uh
Syria.
huh.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Syria.
Question. So, what would like Ben Shapiro say about all this?
He would probably say something like, I don't really like. I can't even listen to him, so I'll try. But he'll probably be like, I think that it's really great that a lot of people know that the Kurds are great. They killed ISIS, so they should kill everybody else who's there. I'm all for the squelching of any brown person who claims indigeneity, because I, as a black Jewish person, must have my land.
Oh God.
Those people blow my mind.
Yes, me too.
The racist people, the people who make claims like that, the Zionists,
It comes from supremacy and racism. Yeah.
of course. It's crazy, and it makes complete sense historically that a people that were oppressed oppress other people because that's what they know.
Hurt people hurt people. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. Like a bullied kid who ends up bullying everyone else on the playground. That's where we're at.
Yeah, so these people are stealing this part, so they're completing the plan under everybody's nose. And what do you see? Women fighters.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like they're appealing to
Just
a
like the
Western
IDF.
audience.
Just like the IDF.
Yeah, they're appealing. They're like, oh, they believe in women's rights. Are you fucking kidding me? They can marry 9-year-olds. And they do.
Oh,
they like
God.
practice like strict observance of like these crazy morals. No.
Saeed. Oof, we need to have a conversation after this podcast, Saeed. We need to really like change the way we think
I need a break, bro. I'm getting off the internet after this. I'm gonna go just like get the fuck
There
out.
are women
Going
soldiers
for a walk.
too who are Assyrian.
We need this changes everything. Not gonna lie.
There are Arab women too that are soldiers because there are people that fight for what they believe in.
Right.
It's not that they're men or women. That's what is happening. But if I write Assyria, or if I write I don't know how you spell it in English, Iraq, right? Nothing. But if I write Rojava, the work that these people do to get this into your feed.
Media. Yeah.
I don't even know what Rojava is. I just know there's women who look happy, who are fighting. Right? Amazing. I'm liberal. Go Kurdistan. Kill everybody.
You're kidding me.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it is.
What is this? Why are they wearing some weird version of a kufiya?
Yeah, very
right.
Strange.
Opting like. I don't know how this is a part of Kurdish culture. The kufiya is a very, very old Middle Eastern thing. It dates back to priests who would wear it during their rites. Like it's thousands of years old. It's a part of Semitic tradition. It's before our languages are separate. We're separate. That when people spoke the mother tongue. No, I'm just kidding. And now it's a sci-fi movie, right? What is this? Like I don't understand. That's not even how Iraqis wear a kufiya. Northern Iraqis, we wear it around the top and down.
That's right.
Like it's like they're appropriating to like appeal. This is more like how
right.
An Iraqi woman would wear it.
The feminists are gonna get mad at this pod. That's for sure.
Look, I believe in a woman's equal right to fight. I don't believe in it being abused as a way to appeal to Western audiences. This is all just because I wrote Rojava, by the way.
Right? No, I saw
Like
that.
this,
Yeah, I saw
this
that.
whole
Yeah,
narrative of
very strange.
independence. Yeah. Not once am I able to figure out what it is. What is this?
The Rojava
Crying
revolution.
women, fighting women. They're taking Syria as a part of some industrial complex too.
The rabbit hole goes deep. This
It
is
does. This is crazy, right? How
mind-blowing.
deep Israel's whole thing is. It's crazy. You think like, oh, they're destroyed. You don't even know. Let's say you get rid of Israel, the roots, they're still there.
Jeez.
All those Gulf states are sending oil. No, not all of them. I think it was UAE that just recently sent like a shipment of ammo, right? As their first sign of whatever, like great relationship, guys. Here's some murder weapons to kill.
Yikes,
people.
children. Yeah, I know, right? God. So what do you do like in your part to? I mean, this is great talking about this on the pod. This is like people are gonna have their eyes open, but do you talk about this in your stand-up at all? I haven't heard you.
No, this all started with what things I don't talk about.
Oh.
I want to, and I'm afraid.
Afraid
because it's, I don't know. I think a fear was instilled in me from my parents to not fuck with the majority cultures if they're in power.
Likewise. Sadi.
Yeah.
You know, and
that makes sense. Yeah.
Because I know Assyrians who work on the Hill to better situations for ethnic minorities and Assyrians, and they are threatened by Kurdish leaders.
Yikes!
They'll attend things where Assyrians are going to plea their case. They'll attend and just stare because they have a seat. The Kurdish governments have a seat with Americans, right? Because Americans give them money because they're a part of being buffers. This whole nationalism, this weird Christian nationalism, if they really thought about protecting Christians, why wouldn't they protect the original Christians, Assyrians, and other
Palestinian Christians?
Yeah, who are the original
Lebanese Christians, Maronites? Yeah.
Yeah, it's always about money.
But don't you think of it like it's a topic not talked about or known about, and if you talk about it more in stand-up, it could like people can.
I want to. I'm putting together my first 1 hour of my work, so I want to focus on that and get it somewhere. And then I think I'm getting deeper into what I care about. I find that when I talk about it, I'm still just very angry.
Yeah, no, and you can't do comedy from that kind of place, right?
I think I will be able to. I think it takes like a very skillful hand.
Although people thought you couldn't make jokes about Palestine, and now it's grown a lot, right, on popularity, and people listen to it and laugh at it. And that time's changed a lot.
Yeah, that's true. Like my really, really good friend Athir, Yakub, is like, she obviously talks about it firsthand and stuff like that.
She makes fun of the IDF directly. She goes all.
Oh yeah, she does Rachel. Have you seen that?
Yes.
She has this character called Rachel. Hey guys. And she's like always, her face is completely white because she has to wear sunscreen. Turns out I'm allergic to olive oil.
That's what I'm saying. So
Turns out, did you know? I heard that. I don't know if that's true. So much floats around, but I heard this that like 66% of Israel's population is allergic to olive oil.
no way.
That
That
can't
is
be true, right?
hilarious.
Olive oil is like water. That's not possible.
I don't.
Right?
I mean,
That
I
makes
don't
no
even
sense.
know. Yeah, that one. We'll leave it for the audience to find out. I mean,
I guess.
correct us if we're wrong. Correct us if we're right. What do you
I'm
think
sure
of the spot?
that sounds like it could be totally fallible. It just sounds like propaganda from angry.
Yes,
Do you know what
people
I mean?
just trying to be hateful. But I mean, you never know. It could
Mhm.
be true. So, the truth is so
Yeah.
like weird nowadays. Like it's so hard to know what's true, what's not true, what's
Or we are now becoming aware that they've been lying because
yes.
we have the technology to double check.
And like, are you familiar with like the comedy like what's it called like anti-reality thing where it's like a cult, and so like comedians
What's that?
they all
Yeah.
like gravitate to the same topics, and it's mostly because like you have
Oh, it's like an observation.
what I'm trying to say is like, especially this is more referring to like the Austin comedy scene where it's like you have the king
Mhm.
Joe Rogan and you have Tony Hinchcliffe who kisses the ring, and they all have to repeat the same talking points, and they all have to be into ice baths or into carnivore diets or into
Yeah, they eat like raw liver.
there you go. Like you have to like do that in order to be a successful comedian, and it turns into like it warps reality for many people. Like people who listen to Joe Rogan, they think like, oh, this is what life is supposed to be, but he's a deranged person, and people are kissing his ass all the time, and so. Anyways, it gives you that false sense of reality, and
I think with Joe Rogan, like, because I watched his podcast. I think what he does is he believes in bringing other opinions to light, right?
yeah,
And I think that's great. I think that's awesome. He's doing what comedians do, right? I'm not trying to be like diplomatic. I think what happened is he gained so much famousness that people then attribute that to him bringing truth to light. And I think as maybe a businessman, he has to follow that to continue making money because it sucks being poor.
Yeah, and
it's hard.
And like, if you want to be successful in comedy, you have to make fun of vaccines, or you have to make fun of trans people in sports.
Yeah,
and, like these weird topics. Like I don't even know why I know about it. I just hear about it in these circles,
Well, I saw you when I was doing a research on QAnon, so you can't. No, I know what you mean, and I'm not trying to say that behavior is good. I'm just saying like I understand how things are rooted in our society in some ways, and I think this is one of them. I don't think that they're good. I don't think it's a mystery. Like humans, I remember in sociology class when I went to college or whatever, and I learned like basic, and they were like, humans love these three things: status, prestige, power, and money. And I was like, oh, no matter what you think is weird, they want one of those things when they do it. So like anytime someone's like, isn't this weird that's happening? Isn't it crazy that they're Nazis? No. Isn't it crazy that like these two nations that loved each other now have killed each other? No. What's crazy is how imaginative humans can be to attain those three things. That's incredible.
Wow.
Right.
Said, I think that's
I think people also.
You can go, Said.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean incredible as in unbelievable, not great.
No, like, I know what you mean. Like, it's like you can't even. It's not like fiction is weirder than reality. No, reality
fiction is less. Yeah.
Yes, less weird than reality. You know what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're saying. It's insane. It's and being a part of a culture, not just Assyrian, but Semitic, Middle Eastern, where all my life I've had to see a theater of blood. Like that's what I feel like we are to people. A topic, a soap opera, fucking Hunger Games.
Right, and like everyone's out here, all these politicians are talking about Ira, or like, or like talking about like the queer community and stuff like that, and those things
Yeah.
you identify with, but they know nothing about those things, and you're just like, how are you guys like having debates and like making policy?
Somebody asked me that after a show, this other comedian, right? He was like, let me like ask you something. And I was like, yeah, of course. And he was like, is it like in Iraq, can you like be killed for being gay? And I was like, you can be killed for being gay everywhere in the world.
Yep.
And he was like, well, I mean, like, isn't it worse there? And I go, there are some things that are worse, but did you know there are third world countries that are better than the US when it comes to safety for gay
totally
people?
Political assassination.
And he's like, so it is worse in Iraq? And I was like, I don't think you understand what I'm saying. What are you comparing it to? And he goes, well, in Israel, people are free. And I was like, really?
Who is free?
I was like, what do you think freedom is? Like the right to marry? Because they just put that in like a few months after the October 7th event. They made it law, right? Because people were jumping on that topic. So weird. What are we saying here? Because I'm sick and tired of people dying.
I agree.
Before someone sees me that I'm gay, they're probably going to shoot me because I'm indigenous. And I pose a threat to the real story. Or just the story. So, and he was like, well, I just mean, and I was like, I know, baby girl. Shut the fuck up. Wow. Also, I'm not your like litmus test. Like, you're disgusting. You're really treating me like a human narrative to prove your point. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you on so many accounts. Go ahead.
It makes sense. I mean, no, I was gonna say, like, people, like, when they ask questions, it's usually not because they're actually curious about what your answer is going to be. It's more of they want you to say what is gonna basically confirm their opinion or confirm what they are thinking.
Yeah, and he got to me
kind of like that.
At my how do you say speak?
No, that's good. Your Arabic's good. Yeah, that blew my mind.
No, that was really bad. I translate. You should hear me with my Arab friends when when I'm trying to get their attention. Oh my god, I'm disgusting. I'm like one of those people who taps, pulls, whatever, and I'll do it to my friend. Because like in Assyrian, it's achel.
Oh.
It's the same. It's with you say kaf, we say ka, but sometimes it goes ch sound, like in certain places. So I go akal.
How do you say thank you for listening to this pod?
How Rojava basima for listening?
Yeah, thank you for watching another episode of A2.
So you say Hawit Raba Basima means may you be pleased. Hawit Raba Basima. Shma'atun, like you're listening. Shma'atun Daha podcast.
Well, it's been another episode. Saeed,
podcast.
You can wrap it up here.
Yes. So how do you say listen in Arabic?
It's
like sma.
Yeah.
Oh, we say shma.
Shma.
That's funny.
Okay. Close enough.
How do you say?
Guys,
Arabs always laugh at this. Wait, I want to do one more. I'm so sorry. Let me do one more.
Go.
How do you say? Arabs always laugh when I tell them. How do you say sun? Maybe you won't. I'm building it up. How do you say sun in Arabic?
Ibn.
Sun.
Oh, it's shemis, right?
We say
Ibn.
Shemsha. Shemsha, not Shabbos. What are you saying?
Well, thank you. Okay.
Yalla.
We got a yalla imshi.
Kolkhara. We say that. That's an Assyrian. I love everybody who listened to this.
All right, see you guys.
I pray
Thank you.
I get a job
Bye.
out of this.